I wanted to make this video today for my older previous version of myself, so that way if you're in the exact situation I was, then this will be able to help you out a lot. So back then when I was probably 18, 19 years old, all I would really do is play video games, hang out with friends, play basketball, and didn't really have any idea on how to make money or how to live the life that I'm living now. So what advice I would give to my younger version of myself to maybe help you guys get ahead so that way you don't have to go through all the trials and errors that I did is to start going out in the world and start learning new things, because you don't know what you don't know, and maybe that new knowledge that you're able to acquire will be able to help you mold your reality to where you actually want it to be. Because back when I was just laying in my bed watching people on YouTube live out my dream life, I knew that they had some type of knowledge and information that I didn't have, and that was separating me from the life that they were living. So in order for you to gain the knowledge and experience that you need in order to create your dream life, it'll never happen by you just watching other people live out the life that you want to live. What you need to start doing, what I would tell myself, is to start going out in the world and start making things happen. Because no one else is going to no one's going to hand you your dream life. No one's going to hand you the keys to unlock the dream reality that you wish you had. You have to go out and get it yourself. And it's like they always say, the money is all out there. It's already all printed. It's all on a screen. The only thing is you have to go out there and get it. No one's going to get it for you. You have to do it. You have to do it yourself. And to start doing that for yourself, to go out there and start making things happen, you need to first find out what your goal is. Because back then I had no idea what I wanted, but I did know what I didn't want. I didn't want to be in debt. I didn't want to succumb to another man's dreams. I didn't want to settle down for a mediocre life, because I knew that I was never meant to just live the 9-to-5 life of driving to work, getting ready for work, eating fast food, drinking beer, watching sports, and just living the normal mediocre life. I knew deep down inside me that's the life I didn't want. So basically, reverse engineering that and seeing what the opposites were of that life, it meant the lifestyle of living unchained, which is how I'm living now. But I had no idea how to do that, and no one around me in my environment back home in Noonan, Georgia was living like how I wanted to live. So you need to put yourself out there. You need to go into different uncomfortable situations and put yourself around new people, so that way you can acquire new information and new experiences from other people. Like, for example, that's what I did, not when I was 18, but when I was around 20. That's when I met this ex-drug dealer at the gym, and he was able to teach me a lot new information that I didn't have at the time, as well as I invested $5,000 into myself into this networking group and was able to learn about remote sales. And that's how I was able to translate from the life I previously had to creating the life that I wanted for myself. And that took going out in the world and meeting new people, investing in new things, not thinking everything is a scam, because to be honest, guys, I have a lot of people just commenting everything is a scam. And it's pretty funny, because if that's the case, then my entire last year and a half has been a lie, which it hasn't. So I was actually talking to one of these people, and basically he's never invested in himself besides going to college, and he's never actually tried learning something new. So, I mean, you can't really say something's a scam unless you've tried it yourself. And of course, there's people telling you different things, wrong things, and there are scams out there, so that's why you do need to be careful. Only buy from people that you completely trust. But if I were to only give myself the advice of just getting into newer situations a lot quicker than it took me, I would have been where I am today a lot sooner than what it actually took. But you can never change the past, and you should never feel regret to what you have done, because you can never go back and change it. So you only have right now to do what needs to be done in order to move the needle forward towards your goals. So once you realize this, and once you realize that the past is gone, it's dead. The only thing that you have now is right now and the future, and that it's up to you to create the future for yourself. And that's when you start to get a lot of power, responsibility. That's when you feel completely present in the moment, and you can actually see what steps you need to take and what calculated risk must be taken to actually go down the path towards your goals. Because I've never been scared of taking risk. I knew that was a part of life. And whenever people are driving to work, that's a risk in itself because you could die on the way to your 9 to 5. So there's really no reason to be scared of risk in the first place. But if you are scared of risk, I know I wasn't. I love taking risks. I love going on adventures. But if you are, just think of it like this. There's two different paths you can go down. The path of just going down the 9 to 5 route, the comfortable route, the false sense of security route. You can go down that path. Or there's a second path, which is very unknown. No one in your family or in your friend group is probably taking it, and you're going to be the first one going down it. Both have the exact same risk. You're going to die on both of these paths. But the difference between the risk of the first path and the second path is that the first path is that you're guaranteed to stay in the exact same path until you die. But what I found was beautiful about the second path, the unknown path, is that there really are no guarantees, and there's a possible chance that you make it to where you want to go in life. And that's what really excited me, and that's why I don't really see any fear when taking risk, because I see, okay, well, at least I have a chance to succeed, and if all else fails, I can just go back down the first path. So there's really no fear you should be having when you're thinking about taking risk on life to better yourself and to invest in courses, mentorships, and stuff like that, because even if it is a scam, even if it doesn't work out, you can always go back down the 9 to 5 path. You can even go back to university. There's always a cushion no matter what. And I mean, you're not going to die going down this unknown path. I've seen that firsthand experience. I've been flat broke 3 or 4 times, and I've never died. I mean, I was hungry, I was thirsty, I couldn't pay my bills. But I mean, there's really nothing that bad that happens. I mean, it's not even that bad. As long as you keep pushing through and you keep having the positive mental attitude, you'll get through any obstacle and adversity that comes up on the second path. So of course, start taking risks, start moving in the world, start making things happen, because watching YouTube, jerking off all day, playing video games, nothing will ever change until you decide for yourself that it's time for a change. So yeah, just start taking action, taking risk. And the third thing I would tell myself is to change the people that I was hanging around. Because at the time, I was just hanging around people who were smoking weed, playing video games, vaping all the time, and not making any money. If I would have surrounded myself with people who are all making money, all had the business mindset, all had the self-improvement, going down the right path kind of mindset, I would have exponentially sped up the process to getting to where I wanted to go. But the thing is, with a lot of people, especially myself, I didn't really like letting go of people and cutting people off, because I felt like everyone that I was with at the bottom, I would bring with me to the top. But unfortunately, that's not the case. The reality is, when you're at ground zero and all of your friends and family are at ground zero as well, everyone's happy and you have no haters whatsoever. You only have positive criticism. And let me tell you a quick story real quick about that. So back in university, I was drinking, partying, smoking, doing all the degenerate shit and destroying my life. I had no haters at all. No one was telling me, don't do that, don't do that. They were all telling me, yeah, take that shot, go to that party, smoke that blunt. And they were all just encouraging me to do the wrong things. But then I decided for myself that I wanted to change my life, and I wanted to create a reality where I could truly enjoy and be able to provide for myself, my family, and my girlfriend that I have now. And if I was the old version of myself at level 0 with all of my friends, I would never be able to live the life I'm living now. And I would never be able to meet the girl I have now, who I've been with for 11 months. And I would have just stayed at the bottom with them. But the point I'm trying to make is, once you start leveling up, you go to level 2, 3, 4, 5, and you start moving up the ladder in life, and you start striving towards the top and towards your dreams to where you want to go, that's when all of your friends and family back at ground zero, they start pulling you back down. They try to bring you back down to their level. Now, not all of them do this. I still have a lot of supporters back home, friends, family. But I have had a few friends who just try to pull me back down. They're like, Ryan, you're never going to make it out in Bangkok, Thailand. You're scamming people. Basically, you're going to starve. You're not going to make it. Basically, just downgrading me and trying to bring me back to their level. But the thing is, I know this deep down in my heart that I've already gotten people to at least 10,000 a month with remote sales. So, I mean, obviously, I know it's not a scam and I'm not scamming people. And then they're just smoking weed, drinking all day, and just doing degenerate shit. So I just know that hating, every bit of hate that you do receive in life is just a kind of sign that you're on the right path to greatness. Because once you're trying to become great, then the hate will follow. Because, I mean, you'll be getting a lot of people to love you, support you, but there's not all love in the world. There are haters. With love, there comes hate as well. So whenever you do go down the path towards your goals and dreams, you just need to prepare for both sides of the coin, the hate and the love, and just accept both. And never take any hate personally from the people who are hating on you, because hating only does come from below. And never take it personally as well, because hate and any type of discouragement or insult towards you is just a reflection on how they feel on the inside. And they're just a little bit jealous. Maybe they don't feel secure. Maybe they saw you at their level and that you've ascended to a different plane of reality, and they just feel kind of bad themselves because they weren't willing to change their life for the better as well. So they want to bring you back down to their level. So you want to make sure that none of that affects you and that you keep striving towards the path of your dreams. Because a lot of people, right when they start receiving a little bit of hate, that's when they give up, because they're like, oh, I can't take this hate. It's uncomfortable. They're my friend. I can't displease them. I must go back down to their level. Don't let that happen. Keep going. And that's when you unfortunately have to cut a few friends and family off if they do start to hate and try to bring you back down, because it's kind of like a balloon. Let's just say you're a balloon, you're trying to go up to the stratosphere, but you're kind of tied down to a chain that's holding you back on the ground. That's exactly how these haters are. You got to cut them off, let loose, no matter how hard it is. And that's probably the hardest part I've seen leveling up in life, is having to cut these people off. And I mean, even being broke and not being able to eat, that wasn't as hard as cutting off a few friends, because I thought they would always be there with me, even when I was at the top. But it's absolutely true what they say. It's very lonely at the top, but it's also very lonely at the bottom. So I mean, would you rather be lonely in your bedroom jerking off all day, or would you rather be lonely on an island or in a city living your dream life? It's a very easy choice, obviously, but yeah, those three kind of advices I would give to my older self, and I'm pretty sure that's it. Just making sure you have the endurance, the perseverance, if you don't have that already, just to build that up, as well as your character, so that way you're going through life with a positive mental attitude, that no matter what happens, no matter what obstacles, adversities come up in life, that you have that inner belief in yourself that you'll make it no matter what happens. So with that being said, guys, I know it's a quick video. I do have a waterfall vlog coming out tomorrow, so hopefully you guys enjoy that. Just wanted to make this video today for my older self, so that way, if you're in the exact same situation I was in, you're able to take this advice into your own life and integrate it, and hopefully get you to that next level where you need to be and where you want to be, to keep going down the path towards your dreams. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys tomorrow.